Welcome to another TidBit Tuesday. I'm your host, DoubleBit. Thank you very much for joining me in today's episode. We're actually going to go through and use pallet wood, of course, and tidbits around the shop to create a small little bit of an elevator for my wife. She was needing a riser for her monitor. Otherwise she was getting kind of that slope down effect going on there, and it was causing some cramping in her neck. She has a nice curved monitor, but for any of you who have a nice curved monitor, you know that the base for it is not just your normal little like square or a circle. No, it's this wide V. And any proper riser that you could purchase for it is about that wide. So it looks nice, but when you try to set that on there, it'll rock back and forth pretty heavily. And if you've spent any amount of money on it, you don't want it to fall. So naturally, that spurred me on to actually generate a nice little kind of a riser for it that you can also slide her keyboard under and have more of an actual space on her desk. So in today's video we're going to go through and I'm going to utilize some of those. We're going to see what I can kind of come up with. I'm thinking planks across and a couple planks on the side. Something simple and sleek, and doing a nice stain job on it. So stay tuned, hopefully you enjoy. Thank you very much, and let's get to it. So what we're going to be doing here is taking some good old pallet wood, you know, kind of my favorite medium here, and we're going to be laying out the boards about 4 in succession is about what I was figuring to kind of cover the expanse. I'm going to lay out 4 planks, and I was originally going to be going off of 12 by 20, looked to be a really good round number, but I'm going to end up having to utilize material for what it comes out as, so 13 1/4. And then I can get it cut down pretty easily to the 20 mark just right. But that'll give just enough room to where she can kind of get her hands underneath it as well. She was wanting to have the ability to scooch her whole keyboard underneath it as well. So hopefully I'll be able to incorporate that without it making it looking too goofy or like she has a desk on her desk, if that makes sense. So we'll see how this looks, and hopefully it turns out good for her. Some unevenness, but that should be a good challenge. See how well my planer works. Other than that, feels pretty solid. We'll give it a shot. So that concludes today's TidBit Tuesday. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was a little lengthy here and there. It took me actually a couple days just because of the glue setting, and a couple things came up in my hectic life a little bit. So here it is in its finality. Hopefully she enjoys it. It had quite a bit of, you can say, blood, sweat, and tears into this one. As much as it was overall pretty quick process, I ended up having to trim off one of the sides a little bit because it was 13¼ inches originally for its width. And my thickness planer is awesome, but it's 12½ inches, so I was like, ah, dang it. Ended up having to actually trim off this little 1-inch piece here off of the back. And it worked perfectly. Actually, on my first cut, lined everything up, made the cut, and it just went smooth, perfectly, exact fit right down the dead center. And it hogged it down pretty quickly and just made it nice and even on both sides. And I will say that thickness planer has made its weight in gold to me so far on all of these projects, and just the ability to turn all of this wood into these TidBit projects. And through the processing video of my pallet wood and everything else that I've made so far, now that's part of what actually helps spur on TidBit Tuesday, is to use up some of the pieces of material that I had prior, as well as some of the newly generated pallet wood. Most of my projects have been pretty much primarily this, but I am going to start trying to utilize some larger projects. So I'm going to utilize some of my larger stock and kind of start using up that along with some of my other odd-shaped tidbits and what have you. Got a couple projects in mind, so stay tuned for that one as well. And hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notifications. I'm going to try to keep doing every Tuesday, and I am trying to do every Friday. I lost track of time and a few things got away from me, so I ended up not having a Friday video. I will try to have a Friday video each Friday, if not Saturday at the latest, so I can try to keep doing this twice a week, and we'll keep going from there. So thank you very much for your patronage, and have yourself a good evening.